Welcome today to our 5th annual INVEST Expo. We are thrilled to have you here today. We are very excited to showcase our students' research work.
Today we are having an research expo on the researches that we were doing for undergrad.
Okay, our research was based on pharmacy students' knowledge, attitudes and perceptions on home delivery of medications, as well as their willingness to use the proposed RxPress delivery consultant services as means of standardizing delivery services in South Africa.
We are pharmacists and we wanted to provide a service for pharmacists in which we oversee the whole medication delivery service process in order to alleviate the current problems they are facing, like cold chain and patient verification.
We were scared, but we got feedback from some of our peers and I think we did very well.
The name of our study was creating a new antidiarrheal intervention based on 3D printed hydrogels from feces. Yes, feces. Our study was based on exosomes, which can be found in feces, in urine. So we were planning on extracting exosomes in healthy feces, and then we're planning to use them in patients that have got IBD.
The presentation was okay. I wouldn't say it was the best. We could have done much better, but yeah, it was better than what I expected.
The presentation was nice, but then the questions there, we were not expecting them, but then they did give us like some motivation to proceed with the study further. Yeah.
I did my research studies on synthesizing synthetic tablets, and these were normal tablets but made with synthetic excipients. I saw whether the tablet is able to exhibit a sustained release matrix, and I did this by doing some dissolution studies. So I actually quite enjoyed presenting and I enjoyed my presentation.
So it was basically an interactive study between traditional medicinal plants that we sourced from KZN, the Warwick market, and Gauteng being the market, Faraday market here in Johannesburg. And we're seeing if what the interaction is with the antibiotics that we already have, the antibiotics being the azithromycin and doxycycline.
The presentation went quite well. I mean, the team was very fantastic. They were very explicit. They explained the terms to the audience quite well. So even the audience, I think they enjoyed the presentation.
We were doing a research on Cartesian carbopol scaffold degradation studies.
Basically, we were looking at 3 parameters and just to see how both materials degrade over time using the 3 parameters. And we've come to find that we can't rely on one parameter to determine the degradation of our biomaterials.
The presentation was very insightful. We gained a lot of insight from the experts who were there, the interns who gave us their feedback, and our adjudicators. And now we can actually be able to finalize our research.
Our research project was about the pharmacy students' knowledge, attitudes and perceptions towards treating the LGBTQ+ community.
What we found is there was an overall willingness from our population size, which ranged from the ages of 20 to 23 within the pharmacy students. And we found that they were willing to treat these patients. But we did receive feedback that we could have looked at like an older population. So it would have been better to have focused on the older generation. But that is for further research. So masters, maybe taking it further as a topic would be interesting.
My research was on the clinical presentation of endometriosis on a global scale. Our research was basically to find a group of symptoms that we could identify that would be easier for other healthcare professionals to be able to see that this is endometriosis. Having to diagnose it sooner would really help. It went good, it went really good. We were able to answer the questions, yeah.
Okay, so our research was on oral liquid formulations and dosing tools. So basically, we researched which patients use dosing tools to administer oral liquid formulations.
We've come up with basically a solution for dosing errors and stuff, making it more accurate. We have a prospective prototype and we hope that it will go further now.
I think the presentation was great, just that in terms of our time management. So I think we needed to practice a bit more, but overall it was fine.
I was doing a research project based on traditional African medications used for ceremonial and recreational purposes. Bringing this into consideration and making people know about it, then if a person comes to the pharmacy and you need to give them a pharmaceutical formulation and you know what they are on, for which reason, you are able to even find out the drug and plant interactions that may be associated with this, thus integrating traditional indigenous knowledge to the modern healthcare.
And for you, the students especially, all your hard work was very evident in the presentations today. We are very, very impressed with the quality of the presentations, the quality of the research, and the quality of your project.
Our study was focused on looking at the antimicrobial activity of essential oils within a polymicrobial environment. So essentially we are comparing the activity of the essential oils individually and how they change once placed in a polymicrobial environment.
We just presented our research on nanocrystals and molecular imprinted polymers.
So basically our topic was just trying to see how we can improve the solubility and the bioavailability of drugs with low bioavailability, and also implanting them inside a MIP to reduce their drug release.
Yeah, for me, I decided to open the presentation up with a joke just to calm my own nerves and maybe just liven the crowd up, not the crowd, the audience up a bit. And I think maybe it helped for the both of us.
I was so scared. I was so scared and I kept stuttering. So I'm really happy that all my work actually was worth it. I didn't think we would win. So I'm really happy, but I was really scared throughout the presentation.
And I did my research project on a guided review of the tapering of pharmaceuticals. So it was essentially just looking at all of the current evidence out there and articles and compiling it into a singular scoping review that's essentially easy for everyone to sort of look through and just put everything into one place. I really didn't expect it at all. So I'm happy, obviously, but I think it's a big surprise.
So our project was titled Formulation and Characterization of a Honey-Laden Cryogel for Potential Application as a Wound Dressing. So basically we made a wound dressing using a cryogel, and then we incorporated honey as our antimicrobial agent. Yeah.
So it went quite well. We were nervous at first, but after some time we just cooled off and delivered what we've been preparing for the past 3 months.